What's up, everybody? Hutch here, and this is your rational number action project. I'm going to walk you through how to do this, what the expectations are, but also some things with Explain Everything. If you don't have Explain Everything, snatch that out of self-service because you're going to need that today. We're going to start by clicking New Project, that plus sign right there in the top middle, and then click Blank Canvas. And that's going to bring you to this blank canvas. Leave everything as it is for right now, and let's go ahead and head to Notability. If you didn't get your video creation planning sheet off of Schoology, grab that so you can check this out as we go. Overall, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be creating a word problem where you actually are recording or voicing over the word problem and showing the action actually happen, solve the problem, and so on. Okay, and so your directions are there. Okay, you have to have a word problem that has an expression or equation with a positive and negative decimal being added together. Okay, you have to have a background, a character object, and sort of plan out how they're going to move in feet, centimeters, yards, etc. You have to have a 0 on your screen so we can see how it's moving, negative or positive. And then record yourself walking through the word problem, solving the problem, and then upload it to Schoology at the end. So overall, this is what I need to be doing. I need to be thinking about and brainstorming what kind of situations are there where I have a negative decimal and a positive decimal. So my brain thinks through some things like, okay, I could have, let's see, I could have a swimming pool where a person moves left and then they move right a certain amount. I could have if I have 0 here, so here's my 0, I could have someone climb up something and then dive off and end up negative. I could have someone diving into the water and then coming up and jumping like a, I don't know, what, whale or something else like that. So I'm just brainstorming different things where I could have a positive and negative situation, okay? All right, so I'm just going to do, I would probably do something where I am going up and down like a diver of some sort. I think that seems a lot easier. You could have a bird starting at 0 and going up high and then diving down to catch something, things like that. But either way, you need positive and negative. So anyway, here's the story that I thought through. There's a girl floating in the center of a swimming pool. So that would be my 0. Okay. The wind blew her 6.7 feet to the left. That's my negative. And then 10.2 feet to the right. That's my positive. And the question then is, what is her final location from the center? Okay, so I see it says stop, teacher initials of approval. So I got that. My teacher's like, sweet, that works. Okay. Next is actually writing down the expression or equation. Okay. So in this case, I just have an expression here. Negative 6.7. Okay, is where I initially went when the wind blew. And then I'm adding a 10.2 positive. Now I know to solve that, I have to different sign, subtract, keep the sign of the bigger number, then you'll be exact. So I need to show, we're not doing it on the calculator, I actually need to show the 10.2 minus 6.7, remembering to line up the decimals. Okay, I show the regrouping and all that kind of stuff, and I end up with a positive 3.5 at the end. Okay, I have that checked by my teacher before I move on. And then I go ahead and actually write the question or the answer. So what is her final location from the center? Her final location is 3.5 feet to the right of center. So I have everything ready to go to start my actual project. This is all the meaty hard work ahead of time. Okay, so now I have to go through and look at this checklist, and it's really important that you go through this to make sure you are doing everything. So the teacher checked my word problem and my equation. Yes. I have a background on Explain Everything that matches my word problem. No, I don't. Okay, so we need to go through that process. So let's go ahead, and I'm just going to walk you through how to get all this. So I'm going to go to Safari. you can see the first one I typed in was above ground swimming pool. I just typed swimming pool and I didn't really get what I wanted. And then I saw this nice simple one, this simple swimming pool here, and I like that. So remember, all you do is click an image you want and then just lightly hold with your finger, and then you can click Save to Photos. Okay, with Explain Everything, you have to add the photo rather than copy and paste. And then I need my character here. So a couple things I want you to be aware of is I typed girl on a pool inflatable. So be really specific with what you want, okay? We don't want to accidentally type in something that's going to get something that might embarrass you. So girl on a pool inflatable, and then a word I'd recommend is adding the word clip art. This is going to give you a sort of computer generated image rather than a photo that could be a little risky. And so clip art, another one is transparent background is a good one to add on additionally to clip art, but definitely throw in the word clip art in your search and you'll get something sort of cartoony to access. So anyway, I really like this. It says it's a girl. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to press on there, hit Save to Photos, and now it's time for us to go to Explain Everything. Okay, so I'm going to open up Explain Everything. Up in the top left here on this toolbar, there's the add, and I'm going to click Existing Image or Video. If it's your first time, make sure you allow all photos from your camera roll. And if you can't see your photos, you'll probably have to go into settings for this app and turn that on. All right, so I want to get the swimming pool first. So I'm going to click this and hit Done. And then I can go ahead and pinch and make this whatever size I want. So that looks pretty good there. I'm going to zoom it in full screen there. Okay, so there we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and tap this once, and you can see it pops up this. I'm going to hit the lock button, and that's going to just lock this in place so I don't accidentally move it. Okay, so now you can see when I try to move it, it says object locked. Okay, all right, so next let's go ahead and add our character. So I'm going to click that add button again, existing image, and I'm going to click my character here. Now you'll see it pops up with all the white. I don't want that. This has a really cool feature on the left here. You can lasso it to cut it out, but this one, the black with striped circle, is awesome. So all you do is you touch a space that you want to remove the background, and you click and you drag, and notice the more you drag, the more it takes away. Okay, and then I'm going to go into another white space and drag, another white space and drag, another white space and drag. Okay, and I'm even going to zoom. No, darn it. Let me hit undo on that. I have to fix that. So if you accidentally touch something else, it's removing background colors that you're doing. Okay, so I'm going to get right in between here a little bit. There we go. Okay, but you can always undo and just start over. All right, now that I have that, I'm going to hit apply and then hit done. And you can see I have this perfect just character cut out, which is really cool. Okay, all right, so I'm going to put her right there and go back and go to my checklist. Okay, so my next checklist says I have a background on Explain Everything. Yes, I labeled where 0 is on my image. I didn't do that yet. So let's go to this. I could either type it. I'm just going to write it. So I'm going to put sort of a tick mark here, and this is going to be 0, and I chose feet. So I'm going to label that. Okay, so now I have 0, so that's good, and I can check that off. Next is I taped or pasted my word problem. We're not going to type it because pasting it will automatically have the white background. So all I have to do now is go up here. I already did this work. Let's screenshot it, and I'm going to crop and grab my word problem. And this will be nice because it'll automatically have the white background. Hit done, save to photos. Let's go back to our Explain Everything and add that image. Just hit done. We don't need to crop it in any way. And there we go. I can put this wherever I want. Maybe I'll put it up top. Okay, so I'll put it right here because I'm not really going to be using this space much. Okay, so there's my word problem, super nice and neat and ready to go. Let's go ahead and take a look at my rubric. What's next? Okay, so yes, I did that. I have a character object on my screen, already did that. Now it's time to record my word problem and move my character to fit the problem. I also have to write the positive negative decimals on the screen and label them. So I need to make sure I do that while I work. Okay, I wrote the equation and accurately talked through how to solve it, so I'm going to have to do that as well. And I wrote the answer to my equation along with the answer to my word problem, meaning actually answer the question. Saved it to my camera roll, submitted to Schoology. So let's walk through what this would look like. I'm going to go to here now. I need to talk to you about how to record and explain everything. So it's a really nice feature. Down in the bottom, I'm going to hit the record button. Okay, and this is going to record all my voice and everything I do on the screen. Okay, so you'll see if I hit record, it's already recording. Make sure you're on the hand tool, not the writing tool. And you can see I can actually move my character around. If I hit stop and then go back, you can see it's recording my voice, but it's also recording my motions, anything I type and things like that. The great thing about this compared to screen recording is if I realized I made a mistake, you don't have to redo the whole thing. Just go back to where you made the mistake. So I can go to right here and then look at the bottom here where it says mix. I don't want to hit record and mix over top of the old. I want to click this and I want it to be overwrite, which is going to make it so that I actually record over top of all of the stuff to the right. Okay. Or another option is right here. You could click the trash can to the right, and it'll delete everything to the right, so that you record. Okay. All right. So anyway, if I want to get rid of everything, I'm just going to drag this over and click the trash can and say trash everything to the right. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Let me set my iPad down here so I can write easily. Now you will have to toggle between touching and writing over here on the left. Pick the color that you want to use and the type of pen size and all that kind of stuff before you hit the record button. Okay, and then we'll walk through this process of how you would record. All right, there was a girl floating in the center of the swimming pool. The wind blew her 6.7 feet to the left. So I'm going to show the arrow and show 6.7 feet. Okay, and I'm going to represent that as negative. Okay. Then I have to tap the girl. 10.2 feet to the right. And I'm going to show the arrow. .2 feet. Positive. What is her final location from the center? So now let's go ahead and do the math work. So I know that I'm doing negative 6.7 plus 10.2. So since we are adding negative numbers, we're doing the song different sign subtract. Keep the sign of the bigger number, then you'll be exact. So I'm going to do 10.2 minus 6.7. And we're keeping the sign of the bigger number, so it's going to be positive. I need to go ahead and regroup. So 9, this turns into a 12. And I'm talking through the problem. So 12 minus 7 is 5. And 9 minus 6 is 3. And then I need to bring down the decimals. And so we have a positive 3.5 feet. All right, so let's go ahead and officially answer the question. What is her final location from the center? Her final location from center is 3.5 feet to the right. And there we go. Then I hit stop. Okay, make sure I'm happy with my recording. And then I can go ahead up into the top right and I can export this video. Okay, and so make sure you actually export it as a video. and you will go ahead and hit export. It'll prepare the project and it's going to send it to the camera roll. And it does have to go through your recording to do that. And then once it goes to your camera roll, then you can upload it to Schoology. Okay, so I'm just going to hit cancel on that because you get the point. And there you go. That's your project and what you're going to be working on. So let me know if you need help and good luck.